So welcome back to another MotoView video. Liam here, and we're going to be playing F1 2018 today, and this is going to be my first race in career mode. So I've gone for Alfa Romeo Sauber, a team that I thought, you know what, I'm going to bring them back up to the top. So sitting down with my agent and the new motorsport journalist Claire, so let's figure out what they have to say.
Claire, motorsports journalist, nice to meet you. You'll be seeing quite a lot of me throughout the season. So, you had a pretty impressive junior career. How are you feeling about your move into F1? Do you think you have what it takes?
Let's save the questions for a proper interview, shall we? I'm sure you'll have a lot more to talk about once there's been some action on track. I think we could fit you in after FP1 if you're free.
That works for me. I'll grab you the second you finish on the track.
Remember, the relationship you have with the team can be affected by what you say to the media, so be careful. Anyway, it's time to catch up with Carl. He's waiting for you in the data center. Good luck out there today.
I always thought my agent got a little bit more brutal as time went on in every game. But it's so
center.
nice to have
Here,
a Scottish
we've got
accent in
access to all
the game
kinds
with
of
Claire.
information.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. I want to talk briefly about the strategy in these qualifying sessions. Anthony Davidson, how can a driver adjust their approach to gain those critical extra tenths of a second?
Well, qualifying isn't about adjusting your approach necessarily. It's more about trying to repeat a low fuel run that you've practiced prior to this session. You're looking for perfection on the lap, and that's hard to achieve if you're trying something new. There are some variables that can stand in your way, however. Track position or unexpected yellow flags, for example. Coupled with ever-changing track conditions, it's important to be out there at the right moment. But as a driver, you have to try and ignore these distractions and just keep your mind focused on that one perfect lap.
Okay, hope you brought something to read today. There's an issue in the fuel system. We don't think it's anything terminal, but it is going to take some time to investigate and repair.
Yeah, so Jeff making a couple of wee jokes there before everything kicks off. Yeah, I might just get me a book or something to read. I don't know, maybe a wee novel to pass the time for the next 7 minutes or so. I mean, this is the thing I quite like about this game now, is you can go into a session and you might have a fault with your car. You've seen it so many times happen in real life with Fernando Alonso in particular, sitting there in a session and he can't go out because his car has got a problem with it. So yeah, just scanning the weather again, just seeing if the weather will change at all during the race. So we're going to play around with the car setup a little bit, increase the downforce. Around Albert Park you don't really need a lot of straight line speed, you need quite a lot of drag anyway, so play around with that. Throttle differential, I can still never get this right. I don't even know if I'm doing anything proper there.
There's only a few cars out on track.
Again, and
you should consider getting out there.
There we go. I decided to go for something a little bit more less drag in it. I don't remember doing that, but I guess I did. So yeah, I'll just continue to play around with the settings a little bit. As you can see, I've done a couple of other races, just trying to get used to everything a little bit. So, there we go, playing around with it again. So actually I'm pushing it back up and going to play around with the throttle differential, move it along a little bit towards the tyres. Now, changing the PSI, I kind of want it so it grips a little bit more. I don't want it too hard so it's not got tons of straight line speed in it. And if we move over to the weight distribution, I'll probably push that back up towards the rear end of the car. Don't like the car being understeery. I like it being a bit more oversteery coming through the corners. I just feel like I control it a little bit better. I've always been very good with controlling the back end, most of the time. Some of the times I'm just absolutely horrible at it. So it's at 7 at the moment. I think I might push it back to 8, or maybe I just leave it there. Maybe just a bit undecided. So yeah, even me watching this back, I can't remember what the heck I'm doing. So quite happy with the car setup. I thought, right, that's probably the best I'm going to get with it at the moment. So we'll skip some and we'll get out on track and see what we can do for qualifying. So let's start our first run. Right, so I already started the first lap. And you know what, the car did feel a lot better. Now that I've actually put a setup on it, it felt a bit more glued to the track. But for some reason, it just felt a little bit slower at the same time. Now, I did put a lot more aero on it, but through the corners, it felt slower going through the corners, but a bit more glued to the track. I mean, got Hulkenberg, which is always a positive, pulls it my way quite nicely. Cheers, Nico. Thanks for that. And through the last few corners. Now, I love the next corner. It just, I thought I'd leave it in 5th gear. I could have switched up to 6th, but I thought if I keep it in 5th, it'll be a little bit, it'll keep the car more stable going through the corner if I don't have to flick it back a gear. And coming through the final corner, what's my going down the, oh, so close to the wall there. I thought I was going to brush that. Now, what's the lap time going to be? A 123.4? 123.4. That's not too great in my first lap. I was kind of thinking it might be a second off 19th. I mean, it's better than my qualifying run in practice, but that's still awful. Right, let's go for the final run through the final corner. Let's start the lap. Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Are you alright?
Oh, God.
Engine off. Engine off.
Wow. Way over the curb and smashed the wall there. That was brutal. Okay, so let's start that again. Let's stay well clear of the wall that time. Let's start the final lap of qualifying. Now, good run. I'm losing time already at the start. I think it's because I was quite cautious coming at the final corner. I just didn't want to smash into the wall again. Missed the apex by a mile going through turn 1 into turn 2, which sent me wide. But still up on my last lap, which is always good. Braking into turn 3. And wow, look at the time gained on the braking there, but lost it coming out. So clearly my last lap was better coming out the corner. But just all the time with more grip down, gain a little bit more time throughout the lap. Try to avoid the bollard, take a lot of curb. So it wasn't as much as I took in practice, but look at the time again through there. Probably cut the corner a little bit. Please don't get too angry with me if you think that was too much there. But coming through the section of track that I felt the car was its strongest at, kept in 5th again, but drifted it a bit wide, just kept away from the gravel into the second last corner, missed the apex, don't even know what it was non-existent there. Come through the final corner, missed it again, trying to stay away from the wall, thank goodness I've done that, but lost a bit of time in the curb there, and coming across the line, 122.4. I mean, I gained a good bit of time there in the last lap, which is always positive, but still last place. Wow, I gave it everything. 122.7 actually, so 122.4 would have got me 19th, but wow, that was awful. Absolutely awful right there. I'm not sure if it was just me or the car, or it probably was me, but there we go. I should make up time in the race. Good start. Well, it was fairly good in the initial phase. The second phase was absolutely horrible. Got left for dead. Ocon started behind us, but can't see anything going into turn 1. There's a bit of yellow flag trying to avoid all the cars. My teammate Leclerc might have cut the curb a little bit, but I'm mainly just because I brake late and I'm trying to avoid everyone. Bit of oversteer coming at the corner. Wow. I love how good the rain is in this. I love that off to the side there's a bit of this, the sun trying to poke through the clouds. The new design that the Codemasters have has done such an amazing job with just making everything a little bit more crisp and clear. And it's like real life, you just cannot see a thing in front of you at all. So further round the first lap and go for a dive bomb beside the Perez. He didn't want to leave me room at all. I had to climb across the curb just to get past him there. This corner was absolutely notorious for I managed to hold it. Don't know how, but here comes Perez and Stroll back past me. I wasn't having it. I needed to get back ahead of Stroll. Push him a little bit wide. Awful block pass. That was horrible. But managed to get into 16th. So all in all, the start has been okay. It's not been too bad. So I'm kind of happy with that and how it's gone so far. But moving on to lap 2 now. And Perez and Leclerc were just getting away from me. I just felt like at the initial laps, I just didn't have any grip. No confidence in the car whatsoever. But go through the corners, you can see the tyre marks and where the cars have gone across it. I really like that. That is nice wee detail that they've just put into the game this year, and I'm really loving it at the moment. So going around this couple of corners, losing the back end still. Am I going to lose it again here? And yep, I've done it again. Not as bad as it was on the first lap, but couldn't keep it in control. Stroll goes for an opportunistic move around the outside, but I take it back again. Me and him will just have a battle all race long. And here comes round for lap 3. Am I going to lose it again? And I've lost it for a third lap in a row. What is with me? Third time lucky. Stroll's got me. Is he going to keep it? Absolutely not. We're going to keep him behind us for all we can. Right, so moving on to lap 4. I've got Brendan Hartley behind me. He had an awful start, but he's got so much pace. Round the outside. That was absolutely beautiful. Well, Brendan, what a move. I'm a bit annoyed that he got past me, but absolutely amazing. What an impressive move. So, now I'm getting told
ERS deployment to up the pace.
to use my ERS. So, let's turn it up and let's see what this car can do. I'm not thinking too much. but I mean, it's possibly going to be working better. The thing I did find with the ERS, which was quite annoying, but
Okay,
also
some
just shows you
information
how
on
much
Van
it
Dorn.
improves
They
the
have
car,
some kind of
is that if you had it
mechanical
up to max, I felt like going into the braking zone, it pushed the car forward, so you'd miss the apex sometimes. So let's put the fuel mix up to rich. Let's go for a hot lap and ARS deployment. So got tons of that in the bag. Now I'll probably just knock that back to standard. I always feel like in the rain it's easier to manage the car with standard fuel mix. When it's rich, the back wheels just want to spin and spin and spin. So I actually managed to gain on Hartley and Stroll, Hartley and Leclerc quite well. So moving on to lap 8 soon. There's a wee battle between them, so I'm going to go for it. And might get a good run further around this lap.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
I don't know why Jeff always wants me to change strategy. I like the strategy I'm on. But Hartley went for an opportunistic move up the inside of Leclerc. Ran them both wide. I'm going for it. Fantastic. Hartley ran a bit wide going in there. You didn't see it from that camera angle, but they just gave me the opportunity to go into that corner. I've been so quick at that corner throughout the whole weekend. So I thought, going to go for the opportunity, move up to 50, get ahead of Hartley and Leclerc, because I was catching Leclerc, which was quite good, because I thought all weekend he's had it over me, but maybe this wet setup compared to Leclerc is actually helping me out. So Fernando Alonso was out of the race, virtual safety car deployed, and this happened a few laps too early. If it happened a few laps later, it would have been absolutely perfect to have just gone into the pits and get the pit stop out of the way and gained a bit of time. So virtual safety car's ending. Hartley is all over me like an absolute maniac. I just can't shake the guy. The Toro Rosso in this game seems very quick, and you just see him hounding me like nobody's business the whole race until he does eventually get by me. But I'm going to hold on. I'm going to keep him behind me for as long as I can. I know he's faster. I know when he gets past me, he'll be gone like he did the first time round and caught Leclerc within a lap. But if I can hold him behind me for long enough, there might be a chance that I can beat him towards the end of the race. So moving on to further around that lap, and I got a horrible run out of that corner, so he's definitely going to go for a move. He's all over my gearbox. He's gone up the inside this time instead of going around the outside last time. I tried to leave him a bit of room, but I go back up the inside, and well, to be honest, that was dirty for my. That was really dirty. I shouldn't have done that, but luckily I never got a warning or anything for that. Didn't get spun round, which could have definitely happened. So this has opened up the opportunity for Leclerc to have a run at me. So fingers crossed he doesn't get me, because I've spent so long trying to catch him and keep him behind. But can I just point out again how cool that is, actually having the sun try to peek through the clouds. It is absolutely amazing. It's one of the things in this game that is just really impressed me. So managed to get that down to the limit just in time, making my first pit stop in F1 2018. And definitely going to go back over to the wets. No point in doing intermediates because it's so wet at the moment. Now, I didn't realise that I actually had to control the clutch coming off this. I don't remember having to do that in F1 2017. I thought it was at the end of the pit lane you had to do it, so it kind of caught me out. I might have lost about second and a half, but I managed to actually pull ahead of Stroll in the pits. I've pulled a good few seconds on him. So, definitely a good pit stop by the team. That is probably Sauber's best achievement in this race so far, but still a long way to go. Half race distance, we've got lap 16, Leclerc's already gone out of the pit. Stroll is now beginning to catch me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. They're just too fast, just far too fast. I don't know if it's probably the car a little bit, but it's probably me more so. And I've already been caught by the leaders. Getting blue flags, this is horrible. There goes Lewis Hamilton. That is heart-stopping stuff. That is something you'd never want to see in any race, is the leaders come past you. Hamilton's already gone by me. Raikkonen's turn now. Dropping like a stone. Ricciardo's gone past me. Vettel's already gone past him before that. And I'm going to get hounded by the other Red Bull who's coming up behind me very quickly. There we go. Pulled out of his way. Verstappen's ahead of me. And it's okay, at least I'm in 14th. As a couple of cars have dropped out of the race. Hartley's dropped out of the race. Alonso's dropped out of the race. So at least I'm ahead of my teammate and a few others, including Stroll. So Stroll has managed to catch me quite a lot during that But the
Okay,
safety car's been
car
deployed.
is out, the
I
safety car
tried to
is
look
out.
back on this
We
and
need
see
to
why
form up at
it
a
was
reduced
deployed, but
pace.
it gave me
Keep a
nothing.
close eye on that
It just
delta
randomly
time.
came out.
Make sure to
I
keep
don't
it
know if it's
positive.
maybe something happened at the back. We never got told about it. But the safety car came out and it bunched everyone up. But the annoying thing is that in F1 2017, lap cars could unlap themselves. And I was behind Max Verstappen for about 4 laps. And it just never ever told me that I can unlap myself. See, I'm trying to sort of make him go a bit faster. Maybe sort of push the game into allowing me to go and the other lap cars, but it just didn't happen. So
Safety
car's coming in this lap, really hounding the back of Max Verstappen, just ready to go. And
there is no overtaking.
the game just sort of makes you trundle along. I remember before a safety car restarted, you were in control. In this one, I'm not really in control of my speed. It's more so just the control of it, turn the car. So here we go, safety car restart. About 7 more laps to go, 6 more at the end of this one. And I've got so much hard work of holding off Stroll. There he goes, up the inside. Ah, beautiful move by Stroll.
Clear.
But going to go around the outside, I'm going to hold it. He gave me enough room. It's fair play, Stroll. Managed to give me enough room around the outside there. He could have easily pushed me off the track. The AI do seem a lot more aggressive in this game, but there's still things like that he should have really pushed me off the track there, and I would have lost a lot more positions. Bouncing through the sodden wet grass all over the puddles. But further around the lap, whoa! That was Stroll just cruising. Kevin Magnussen had nowhere to go and put himself into the wall. And here we go. Here comes, and chaos, absolute chaos, is Kimi Raikkonen spun round by Daniel Ricciardo, and it's just a log jam of everyone behind them. Now chaos. The cars are out of the race. Debris everywhere. I mean, great move by Ricciardo. It looked like Raikkonen just understeered into him. Bottas is losing pieces. Sainz is losing pieces. I've lost pieces of my front wing, and I'm pretty sure my diffuser should be completely ruined by now. So, it's going to be having to make a pit stop here. Jeff's telling me to get into the pits. Good call, Jeff. Absolutely agree with you there. Lewis Hamilton says the fastest lap of the race. He has absolutely no idea what has just happened right behind him. So, I was planning on staying out, but as you can see, Kevin Magnussen's out of the race. Hit the bollard, so yeah, I knew I had to come into the pits when that happened. Gasly's out of the race, and our teammate is going to be out of the race as well, Nico Hülkenberg. And there we go, Charles Leclerc's out, so that we've lost Esteban Ocon as well, so we've lost so many people from that race that should still be in it, because the Red Bulls and the Ferraris couldn't play nice. So have a wee pit stop here, change the front wing. Come on guys, time is ticking, 8.6, not too bad. I messed up the launch again, that was my own fault. I'm going to have to let Max Verstappen go as soon as we come out of the pits. Absolutely hate getting lapped, it's so awful. But coming out of the pits, still in 14th place, but that'll, when I come round and unlap myself pretty much from where the incident was, then I'll move up to a good position just outside the top 10. Max Verstappen goes. And this is pretty much what the rest of the race is going to be like, just letting them through. Because we're going to have Raikkonen, who spun out, going to have Grosjean and Haas, everyone who was behind me, unlapping themselves, or lapping me, and I'm going to have to do that and keeping Stroll behind me at the same time. It's going to be a hard task, but definitely doable. So there we go. Stroll's, the Sainz already up there inside of me. 5th place for Sainz. I mean, well in, son. You're part of that crash, so you've been handed a few more positions here, but it's good on you. So Van Dorn, who I was closing in at one point because I was told that he had a problem, has now lapped me. He's managed to get round and lap me. Stroll's going for the outside, and it wasn't. There wasn't really enough room round outside.
We're not racing the car behind. Let them past when you can.
What? No way, Jeff. Absolutely not. I am not losing that position. I need a new race engineer, because I swear he's trying to make me lose this position to Stroll. He must have a bet with Stroll or something that he can beat me, so that's why I tried to tell me to let him through. Damn kidding on. There must have been a leader behind him, so that's what it was. Max Verstappen sets the fastest lap, coming round, a lap down, 11th place, so been lapped by everyone inside the top 10, but 11th place. It could have been worse. I managed to hold Stroll behind me for long enough, so that was always good. But I wouldn't try and claim any glory for that at all. So Lewis Hamilton wins the race. Toto Wolff, understandably ecstatic, shaking everyone's hand. Man, He looks so realistic in this game. Lewis Hamilton
So,
taking a
how
cheer, a
exactly do
bow.
they set themselves apart from the pack today?
That's it.
Well, keeping their tyre temperatures up in
Think
the
about this
tricky
game
wet
is the
conditions
animation
really
seems
important.
the
There's not
same
much grip out there at
for
the
the past
best
few
of
years.
times, and it's
Even
10
going back to
times worse if
2010,
you're out there on
him
cold
coming out of the car and
tyres.
standing
So
up and
the
cheering
way
like
they
that
kept the rubber in
harks
its
back to
proper operating
what you
window
get in
was a
F1
huge
2010. But
advantage
that's
to
only a minor thing. Not too bothered about it. So moving on to the
And
results.
here are our podium
And
drivers
well, before
today
that, we're going to
after
get the
that
podium
excellent
celebrations. Hey,
race.
we've got a
They've
Mercedes, a
excelled
Ferrari, and a
here,
Red
as
Bull
they
up
so
there.
often do,
F1
and it's a
2018's got a lot more
well-deserved
diversity than
victory.
it has done in the past,
Mercedes-Benz
so
are on top today.
this is absolutely brilliant. Lewis Hamilton takes his 250,000th win or something like that. They all look pretty happy. I mean, if you were Lewis Hamilton, but we're going to get a shoey in the podium. I don't think so. Gutting. Would love to have seen a shoey from Daniel Ricciardo and the top guys, but that's something they should put in for the
And
future,
now let's
is
take a look
the
at
shoey into
driver's
F1
standings. Lewis Hamilton
2019,
takes over the
2020,
lead of
whatever.
the Drivers'
Maybe even
Championship
an
after
update in
an
this game.
excellent result.
Definitely put
Now
it
then,
into
Anthony
F1
Davidson,
2018.
Who was your driver of
So,
the day?
I have to
Scroll
give it
through
to
the results.
Iceman. They pushed and pushed and found some fantastic performance. It was just a pleasure to watch.
And now let's take a look
Oh
at
my
the
God, I
constructors'
love you,
standings.
Anthony
Red
Davidson.
Bull moved
I
to
don't
the
know if
top
you were
of the
watching the
table.
same race that I was,
After all that
but
excitement,
no
it's
way
time
did
for
I
a
deserve
lie-down,
driver
I
of the
think.
day.
Thanks for joining us.
I
and
only
goodbye
finished in
until
front of the
next
two
race.
Williams cars. Okay, I was in front of a few of them, but
Great
still
work out
didn't
there
deserve
today.
it.
How do you think it went? You're breaking all expectations.
I mean, I
What's
don't
your
think I'm
secret?
breaking all expectations. I finished 11th, but that was because a lot of cars crashed out in front of me. Yeah, we'll go for a cheeky wee answer. Good sportsmanship, yeah. That's increased.
You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you?
It's quite good that the Aero team have
How
now
do you feel the weather
got a bit
affected
more
the outcome
motivation to
today?
push forward. Now, this one I didn't like too much because it only gave me 2 answers. So I was hoping it'd be quite cool if you could actually type an answer in, but it doesn't really give you much time. So showmanship increased again.
It wasn't the cleanest
And
race today, was
this is where I'm going to get a little bit of flack from one of the teams. Yeah, Williams weren't happy with that one,
it?
but
Appreciate your time.
I wasn't directing it towards Lance Stroll at all. Not at all. It was just that when I crashed, I just felt like everyone just kept crashing into me, which was a bit silly, but it doesn't really matter. So equaling my teammate on the rivalry, which is okay, 4 apiece there. I mean, fastest lap is always quite difficult to get. Podium finishes is something we'll not get for a long time, but so far so good. I mean, started the season off well, not qualifying too great, but definitely racing a lot better than I thought would have been possible. So definitely getting some resource points, and I think I was tempted to maybe upgrade the engine slightly, but I think I'm just going to save them up over the flyaways, and so when we go to Europe we'll have a nice big upgrade package. Sauber seemed very happy with me, also Toro Rosso, but yeah, as you see, Williams definitely are not a fan of me at the moment. So kind of half and half between sportsmanship, but heading more towards the showmanship
That's a great
type of
result.
thing.
You did really well. I don't think we can have any complaints with that performance.
So this has been F1 2018 career mode with MotoView. Myself, Liam, thanks
We've
very much for
received
watching. If you
invitations
liked the
to
video,
newly
give it a
started
thumbs
events.
up
You'll be able to
and
choose whether or
subscribe
not
to the channel because we will be
participate
doing
before the
lots
end of the
more
year.
videos like this. So enjoy the rest of your day. See you next time.